another result from the survey that was surprising, but like maybe not super surprising, was that 94% of folks of revenue leaders express dissatisfaction with their current data providers. I feel it's kind of like everybody hating on the DJ at the party, be like, oh man, the DJ sucks. But that was like, I mean, it seems like there's obviously like, there's a lot of improvement to be done there.
Well, we absolutely believe that, and it's worth clarifying a little bit. There's one thing is to not be satisfied with the data you have. So that's kind of, let's look at my CRM. And when I look at my CRM and my lead object, my contact object, my account object, what data do I have? So that's one thing. It's like, well, I don't have enough. It's wrong. It's incomplete. So then the other thing is like, let's look from a vendor perspective. Is, I go to vendor X and, I get a low match rate, right? Every time I do a dip outside, through an API call, I get a miss, right? So, or, they give me some data, but consistently this, vendor Y is consistently bad on industry X or something like that. So it's worth clarifying that. So again, we're focused exclusively on SMB data, and we think we're a really strong contender as a vendor for folks that sell into the SMB space.
Yeah, and I think that's probably one of the things, that like 94% of like dissatisfaction probably derives from people expecting things from their data provider that they can't necessarily expect, right? Like this is one of the things that I talk with founders and revenue leaders about is it's difficult to expect a data provider to be all singing, all dancing. And if you do that, you're gonna be setting yourself up for dissatisfaction. And so having, good kind of like problem solution fit there on a data provider basis is probably one way of solving that versus, going to a monolithic incumbent who says like, yeah, we've got, Bob's house of data. We got everything you could possibly want. You sell to truckers? Yeah, no problem. Oh, you sell like, to enterprise IT? Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
This seems like a hard, promise to deliver on. So I guess it's not surprising that you would have this level of dissatisfaction.
Yeah, well, I think it's very hard. There's a really interesting statistic. I was just looking at refresh data for this. In the US, when you look at the data on small to mid-sized businesses, there's some 30 million businesses, SMBs out there. And then that's broken down into the solopreneurs and the 5 to 10 and all that. But when you look at large businesses, there's really only 20 to 25,000 large businesses in the US by the SBA's estimate on 500 employees or more. So I think it's sort of low-hanging fruit for a data vendor to go after. I'm going to give you large business data because there's only 22,000 to track. It's a different question when you're going after 30 million businesses in the country, employing some 60 million Americans in the US, 30 million businesses, and about 50% of GDP. So those are really, really different arenas to play in. So no, I don't think Bob's house of data, all things to everybody, is likely to have high satisfaction, just based on the nature of the beast.